Welcome to Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. I'm Steve Swatt with the Sacramento Report. In the next few minutes, we're going to talk about bus safety and effort at the state capitol to improve it. My guest this segment is Tony Mendoza, a member of the state senate from Artesia. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
So primarily we're talking about school bus safety, but not exclusively. And I guess there's been situations where individuals, usually kids, have been left on board a bus inadvertently, and there have been tragic consequences.
Yes, unfortunately, many times it goes under the radar. We don't know that it really is happening. But tragically, last year in my district, a special needs child, was left behind on a school bus on a hot day in the city of Whittier, and he passed away. And he was autistic, nonverbal, and it happens often where these kids who are special needs kids, predominantly, are left behind, and the bus drivers don't find them until the next driver comes in, or hours later when they realize they're still in the bus.
This happens more than we might think.
Unfortunately, it does, and these drivers and all school bus drivers are trained to make sure that they're in their route. They're required to go to the back of the bus and check to make sure no kid is left behind. But many drivers do not follow that training protocol.
So you have legislation that's already out of the Senate. It's now pending in the Assembly that would require these buses to be outfitted with, I guess, alert or alarm systems, right?
Yes, each company will be required to have an alert system that would require the bus driver to go to the back of the bus, turn it off manually, and then have to walk out of the bus and check for kids who might be left behind.
Now this is not just for school buses, the yellow school buses, but for charter buses also, correct?
Yes, charter buses pick up a lot of our students to take them on special field trips or sporting events, and even though they are accompanied by chaperones, these chaperones are not trained. They don't know the protocol as far as what the bus drivers are supposed to be doing. So yes, we do believe that those buses that contract out with school districts should have the same alert system that the regular yellow buses.
Is there more in this legislation besides just the alert system? Is there additional training?
Yes, we are requiring that the school district set up a protocol. The bus company set up a protocol for them to make sure they go to the back of the bus, and also to make sure they review it every year in their safety training that they do every renewal. And the third component is that we're going to require them to notify the DMV to make sure that they take appropriate action against the driver for leaving a child behind.
I know the charter bus industry is questioning why them, because they have chaperones, and quite often it's older kids and not younger kids and things like that. Why do you include them in this legislation? Because
there have been incidents where kids have been left behind in these charter buses, even though they have a chaperone, and they claim that the chaperones have a list of all the students, and they have to check them in when they get in the bus and check them out. There have been instances where there might be two papers together, and so some of the names might be, the staple might be covering one of the names, and they've left a child behind on the bus because the staple was blocking partially a name, and the kid was taken away on the bus without realizing that he hasn't onboarded. So there have been incidents where kids have been left behind, even if it is a private company.
Is this a cost issue for some of the opponents?
Not really. It's very minuscule. I don't think it's I mean, yes, I don't want to incur any further costs. I get it, but it's very minor. I believe that any company that contracts with a school district should abide by the same guidelines. And these bus drivers from these private charter companies are trained the same way as a yellow school bus driver. Same way. They have the same protocols.
All right. Well, we're out of time for this segment, but Senator Mendoza, thanks for coming by and talking about this legislation. We're going to certainly watch its progress in the weeks ahead.
Great, thank you.
And thanks to our viewers for watching Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. A reminder, you can see this and other interviews on YouTube, My Government On Demand, and the California channel. I'm Steve Swatt. Have a great day.